So during this lesson, we're going to learn about a new type of object, the active object. Going to start a new application by pressing Control and N. Control N, and now we have a new application here. Now, let's go to frame 1, and let's double click. And now we can choose our types of active objects. If we go to graphics and animation, we're going to look at active. So here we can insert an active object, and here's our active object. So defaultly an active object looks like this. So now we can edit our active object by double clicking, and now we have this area to edit our active object. Now we can edit our active object as usual here, and then we can also add other things down here. This looks a little bit different than the backdrops look. See, we can add stopped, walking, running, appearing, disappearing, bouncing, shooting, falling, jumping, falling, climbing, crouch down, and stand up actions for our different places that our active object can move. An active object is usually the moving thing in a game, like the character in a platform game, or the ball in a game of Pong. So we can add stopped here, and then see, for each frame we can choose which direction this is going. So if we have walking, then we'll add a walking to the left, and then we would choose this way, and then we would add another frame, and we would walk to the right by clicking that. So now let's press OK here, and now let's see, we have this still. Now let's look at the properties for this active object. We have display options visible at start, save background, we have transparent. If we toggle that off, we can see that the background is no longer transparent. We can add ink effects like before. We can anti-aliasing, and we have the fade in if we want it to fade in, and fade out if we want it to fade out at the end. Then we have size and positioning. We have movement. We're going to look at that later. We have runtime objects. So we then have values. And then we have behaviors for this active, and we can change the name of the active here. That's all for active objects.